I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before buying the Banu Defender, and we're starting right now.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Welcome to a Star Citizens Buyer's Guide. What's up, citizens? This is SubliminaL here, and today we'll be discussing the features, functions, and benefits of the Banu Defender. And we'll compare those features amongst competing ships so you can make an informed buying decision. In this review, I'll cover a brief overview, take a quick tour, compare stats, review pros and cons, and finish up with my thoughts on the Banu Defender. If you haven't seen it already, after this review, check out my loadout guide for the Defender in the info card above. Special thanks for all the support from patrons and channel members. It takes a while to make one of these, and your support is appreciated. If this is our first time meeting, welcome. My name is SubliminaL, and my passions are Star Citizen and content creation. Be sure to check out some of my other reviews in this series and consider subscribing. Remember to check the pinned comment below for corrections and afterthoughts. Enough with the formalities, let's get to it. The Banu Defender is a small 2-seat combat ship utilized by the Banu to provide protection and fly alongside the merchantmen. So its design includes a much improved range over other fighters of similar size due to its fuel intakes. Its design features both Xeon thrusters, Tavaran shields, and 4 singed tachyon cannons. As a result, with a lightweight hull, it allows the ship to be agile and fast. Though cargo space is limited, the Defender features modest accommodations for its crew and provides easy access to components. Although the shape, hull, and design of the Defender remains consistent across all Defender models, features can be different from different manufacturers. These features are based on the human export model manufactured by Jinu Monli. As of today, the Defender is for sale on the Pledge store for $220 standard and $200 war bond for a very limited time. It is available as a loaner to Banu merchantmen owners alongside the Drake Caterpillar. By the way, this is a great package. It comes highly recommended by me, and the price for this will surely go up the next time it's sold. Speaking of loaners, if you own a Defender, you get a Saber as a loaner. I think this is due to the singe bug, but I'm not 100% sure. The Banu Defender is not for sale in-game. Now that we know a little bit more about the Defender, let's take a tour. If you'd like to skip this tour, the timestamp is on screen and in the description. Aesthetically, the Defender is a beautiful ship. I love the gold foil look. It looks like something Tomb Raider might find on a wall in some ruin. On the wingtips here, we have this bubble light that I think could be a sensor or maybe some sort of communication device via its pulsating light. I'm not sure, let me know in the comments if you do. This is not the stock loadout, by the way. Under the arms, we have size 3 hardpoints that come with gimbal stock. Here you can see this awesome Banu design style that makes you think the ship might be alive. It has very organic lines. Underneath, we have 2 more size 3 hardpoints that are also gimbal. Further toward the back, we have 2 size 2 missile racks. Again, these missiles are from my loadout. This design style is so unique. Here you can see the black underside looks kind of like carbon fiber. More of that organic feel here with these legs. And look at the feet. Around the back, we have its dual main thrusters. And from here, we can see why it's got the nickname the spacecraft. Let's step up inside. This egress point seems like it would be easy to defend. On the starboard side, we have a bed to log out in. The co-pilot gun rack can be found here. Here, the organic look is cranked up to 100. I feel like I've been swallowed. I think components will be stored here when they become physicalized. The port side also has a bed to log out in. Let's step up to the pilot seat. I wonder if you right-hand drivers would call this the co-pilot seat. Here we can see the building block UI is not in yet, but we should be getting that in the next patch. It has a 2D radar and 4 MFDs. The Defender does have an ejection feature. Also, almost forgot, the pilot does have a gun rack as well. The co-pilot seat is identical to the pilot seat. Just an FYI, you can fly this ship from either one of these seats. There is no difference. Now that we've taken a tour, let's see how it compares to other ships you might be considering. For comparison, I've selected 10 ships. They consist of mostly light fighters. The Google Sheet document with the data is linked in the description. The Defender weighs in at over 78,000 kilograms and takes 8th place. It fits in at 34 meters in length and takes 9th place. It totes 0 SCU of cargo and ties in last place with most of the ships on this list. It has a max crew size of 2 and ties in 2nd place. It carries more than 2,700 quantum fuel units. This is amazing, and it takes 1st place. It cruises by with an SCM speed of 203 meters per second and takes 6th place. It strolls by with a max speed of 1,200 meters per second and takes 7th. It has a maximum pitch rate of 65 degrees and ties in 5th place. It has a maximum yaw rate of 65 degrees per second as well and takes 5th place. And it has a maximum roll rate of only 128 degrees and takes 7th place. It has a total HP of over 7,500 and takes 5th place. It shoots Ps with a default pilot DPS of 908 and takes 9th place. Check out my loadout guide to fix this. The Cutlass Black is the only ship on this list with a turret. It slings poo with a combined missile payload of almost 15,000 and ties in 7th place. And the Banu Defender is not available for sale in-game. This buyer's guide is brought to you by my Locations of Stanton collection over on Display. Any purchase made supports the channel, and for every purchase, Display will plant a tree in places that need it the most. Click the link in the description. Alright, let's weigh some of the pros and cons. I would say some of its pros are, it has room for mission boxes, one friend is a co-pilot, and lots of room for more people in the cabin. It has amenities like 2 beds to log out in and weapon racks. It has a massive amount of quantum fuel capacity, so you can equip the less efficient but fast VK00 and still make it from one end of Stanton to the other on one tank. Its stock loadout is pretty good. There isn't much that needs to be changed. Its damage potential is pretty good as well. We've got 4 size 3 hardpoints that put it in line with the Saber. It's also great for box missions. Because of its size and design, you can pull into a hangar and fly right up to the door. And if you haven't seen my loadout guide, one of the best things about the Defender is its Sukaran shield generator. It has 100% minimum physical absorption. This means that even against the shield penetrating ballistic fire, the shields have to be brought down completely in order for your hull to take damage. This is at the cost of a pretty long 18-second damage regen delay. However, adapting your playstyle to this shield can produce some great results. Also, if you don't like that playstyle and you go with something like the FR-76, you can put that Sukaran on a Freelancer or another ship to take advantage of that trait. For cons, I would say it's speed. Now, I won't give this a con for each speed metric because honestly, it's not slow by any means. However, it's not fast either. It's middle of the road for everything. Actually, the roll rate is pretty bad. Its co-pilot seat is a bit disappointing. It doesn't have the ability for the co-pilot to take over half the weapons. Your co-pilot would basically serve as an engineer. Unless you need to poop, I guess, he can take control of the ship if you need to leave. Another small thing, the view from the pilot seat while in flight mode takes up a large portion of the screen. Let me know if this bothers you as well. Alright, this is a big one. I talked about this in my loadout guide extensively. The default weapons, the Singes, are pretty unique. However, they are bugged at the moment, rendering them sometimes useless. Its missile payload is also disappointing. With just 4 size 2 missiles, I would have thought it could carry more with its size. That brings me to the next one. Its top and bottom cross section is pretty big, so it can be easy to hit from those angles. Alright, so SubliminaL, what are your thoughts? There are a lot of great things to say about the Defender. You get a Saber as a temporary loaner, You get a really unique shield generator that you can use on the Defender or any ship that fits a size 2 shield generator. Combine that with an FR-76 on a Freelancer Miss and oh boy. And that quantum fuel tank. I can finally put that VK00 on something. But it also has a lot going against it. It's very unique and fun to use weapons don't work. If they did, they'd be pretty awesome. And if you take them off, they're gone until you do an account reset. They call it a light fighter, but it really handles like a medium fighter. And could definitely hold twice as many missiles, but maybe that's just balance. But with all of the issues it has, I still love this ship. It's great to fly around the PU and do bounty hunter missions, exploring, box missions, showing new players around the verse. Now I'm sure a lot of you are going to wonder, SubliminaL, is it better than the Saber? Absolutely not. It's way too slow. It will get eaten alive by a Gladius or an Arrow with a good pilot. Also in the future, when the singes are fixed, and fixed weapons are fixed, if they don't add the size 3 singes to the stores, you won't be able to take advantage of them because you'll need to use fixed weapons to be competitive. But with all that said, due to everything I've mentioned, I'll be keeping the Banu in my fleet for the foreseeable future. I'll still have a Saber. Sure, it's not the one with the sexy paint job, but it'll do. And I get to play with the Sukaran. It's a win-win. Those are my thoughts. Let me hear yours down in the comments. If you haven't already, check out my loadout guide for the Defender here. If you've enjoyed this review, check out more of my content. If you like, there are 6 ways to support the channel. Number 1, you can smash that like button. Number 2, you can share this content with someone who may enjoy it. Number 3, you can check out my locations of Stanton collection over on display. Number 4, you can subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the circle here. Number 5, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button below. And number 6, if you're feeling generous, consider becoming a patron. Some pledge perks can be seen here, including desktop versions of my locations of Stanton collection available to all patrons. If not, your viewership is greatly appreciated. Until next time, citizens, I'll see you in the verse.